Hello everyone, I'm sorry. I actually wasn't going to do a video today. I look a mess because I'm under the weather. I've been like this for a few days now. That happens when you have so much, spiritual and physical power and other energies, and transmuting. So that's normal, but no need to worry because I have my pickle juice right here. Great stuff, great for my stuffy nose. Some people may think it's gross. Too bad. Now listen, I wasn't gonna do a video today. I was sitting in my bed, just trying to calm the mind, and I pulled out my cards just to ask about, just do something different about what does the universe, Earth, what the Earth want us to know, what the Earth needs us to know, the universe, whatever, like what's going on in the world today. Not with people, but just like the world. Sometimes we got to step back and listen to the earth. Since the earth birth produces things, and the Empress and the Death came out. The Empress came out first. So automatically, the earth wants us to know that the earth is fine. It's still doing what it's doing when it comes to, being very abundant and producing the trees, the plants, and just life in general. Not only that, Earth is like the motherhood, okay? It takes care of its inhabitants, us, the ocean, because the Earth communicates with the universe. Hold on. So the Earth communicates with the universe, and the Earth is fertile, okay, very abundant, okay? The Earth is happy, the Earth is smiling at this time, okay? This is the natural world, okay, the Empress. So it's funny how this will come out. Then after that, when I was shuffling, remember I was doing this on my bed, and something just like shocked me to jump up and do this video so people can know, or those, how we humans could come together and actually gain power from the earth. See, that's the thing people don't understand. You can actually gain power from the earth. You understand? The earth is abundant, okay? Not just with fruits and vegetables and green grass. It's also very abundant in resources related to knowledge. That's right. Data, information. You can collect knowledge. You can collect data. See, I'm sick a little bit, don't mind. You can collect knowledge and data from the trees. They have information. How do you think they all communicate with each other? Some people may know this already. And you could collect information from the sun. And we have death here because, as we know, things grow and things die. That's just the natural order of the world. And at the bottom of the deck, we have excuse me. The bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card. I'm just a woman who's very raw and natural. I like to drink the pickle juice. I don't dilute it. I love apple cider vinegar, the real one called from the mother. Hey, no pun intended. From the mother, which is Bragg's. Okay, Braggs, whatever you call it, Braggs, apple cider vinegar. Some people say dilute it with water. Wrong answer. That's so gross. I love it raw, natural, and hard. The apple cider vinegar, just how the way it was meant to be. And we have the Moon card. There's lots of things that's hidden that we don't know about. You know how they say the moon controls the tides of the ocean, the ocean with our emotions. Hey, ocean, motion. Okay, so that's what is going on there. Yeah. So the Earth right now is producing a lot and also is causing some death because we all know that things die eventually. Okay, it's like a rebirth. Okay, so that way the earth can keep reproducing new resources, new minerals, new everything. But also with the death card, it's like human beings need to also learn to let go of things what no longer serve them. Okay, like holding on to destructive patterns, things of that nature. The mindset may not all be healthy and things like that because the planet's natural ability to regenerate is going to have to regenerate some new things, something grow and die produces new information. This is why science is like numbers. Numbers doesn't have a limit. Science doesn't either, because every day something is being discovered, right? So as human beings, we collect new information. It's just a bummer. We have a lifespan as human beings because there's so much knowledge and information to be learned. Yeah, like I said, the moon card and the Two of Swords here, it's a lot we don't know that's in secrecy when it comes to producing and the depth. And I think it's for good reasons as well, because, you know, as human beings, we can only understand some things. Our mind won't be able to handle maybe some sort of truths maybe you thought were fiction and things of that nature, but the earth does know what it's doing. That's for sure. And the earth will love us to join and celebrate in partnership all together in unity to celebrate the universe. The universe has done a lot of great things for us through the commandments of the Lord. See, everything works in law and order. Everything goes. The sun and moon doesn't rise ever without its natural order of the way it's supposed to be. You see, Source, God the Divine, created the sun, moon, and stars at an appointed time. They rise, they disappear at an appointed time. If that makes sense. Excuse me, I don't know a lot of big words. But yes, and right now sometimes the universe could feel like there's an imbalance too as well. And that's right where the death card is too, yeah. So sometimes when there's an imbalance, okay, in the universe, people can feel that energy. And how is it? People say, nah, the universe knows that. How there's an imbalance because of human beings. That's how. Chemicals in the air, doing a lot of things to the environment can cause an imbalance. And, you know, cutting down trees or killing animals for their fur causes an imbalance to the natural order of the way animals are supposed to be about. Because animals help us, believe it or not. They help us, and human beings are just greedy. They're hoarding, you know. That's all they care about is their own they only care about their own, like their own selfishness. With the Four of Pentacles, they all care about their own selfish. They steal things from the earth and they hoard it. They keep it to themselves and they hold back, causing an imbalance to the universe. And this is not good in the spiritual world as well, because when there's an imbalance, like you kill a lion, how do you know there's an imbalance? Okay, and I'm saying it again because this just suddenly came in my mind. I'm getting these downloads all at once. I'm trying to see how can spirit guides want me to say this. Pickle juice is like spinach. Because it's green. But anyways, don't mind me. I remember a little silly mode. When I get sick, I get so silly, guys. I don't know why I get silly. I'm all stuffed up. I mean, yeah, but I see it as a blessing. I thought I just saw something fly across the screen. I don't know. But anyways, there's a little gnat here. Was that a gnat or something bigger flew across the screen? That's probably a monitoring spirit. Hey, if they want to monitor, let them. I'm not going to interrupt the flow of the gnats, because they're small, they're cute. I mean, I have nothing to hide. But anyways, it causes an imbalance, okay? People say how? Well, when you kill a lion, let's say for its fur or whatever hunting practices that I'm against, the lion doesn't go back to the family that day. So it leaves the cubs and the female, whatever, how many wives that lion has, or contraband, how many female lions it has. They wonder because they sense the energy of the lion is gone. The scent, the scent, they feel that energy pull, that magnetic, like, wait, something is wrong. Imagine you being a female lion and somebody comes and destroys or try to take your partner away, the other lion away. the female and the children are going to know, because they're going to sense that, because something is off in the environment, something is off, which creates an imbalance. Then it leads them to wonder, and then feelings of depression come, because same thing like dogs, the owner goes away, and what happened when the owner returns like months later? If the dog was lost, the dog starts wagging its tail, going crazy, licking the owner. Exactly, you understand what I'm saying? So that shows us that the dog recognizes these things that are missing, causes an imbalance, okay, due to unlawful death that wasn't right. So human beings need to get it together, and we need to come to create and learn more about the environment here with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we have so much opportunity to give, to create that, but obviously with death there's a rebirth, right? Let's see what else, Spirit, with the universe and earth, human beings, earth, animals, trees, plants, oceans, anything, animate, unanimate, earth. Yeah. And with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, we don't really invest too much time in the universe, okay? NASA is not doing a great job. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit of and the earth is burning at times, okay, because the earth has to overwork, okay? Now, here's an example of overwork. For example, and this is gonna lead to a little conspiracy theory or conspiracy fact. This is for entertainment purposes only. But conspiracy, there was nothing polluted in the environment at all, okay, because they communicated with higher beings that are a bit more intelligent than human beings. Now, if you look at the planet, not the planet, if you look at space is infinite, they say, right? But remember, NASA and the government holds this information because they have the technology to look into these things. They say human beings are not ready. Who are they to speak for us to say we are not ready or not? They don't know our level of readiness or not, because they haven't spent time with us. They don't even know how much knowledge we do have or what we don't have. But if you listen and pay attention, sometimes human beings interfere with the natural law and order of space because they're satellites. Now, I understand they need to make discoveries in order to make the world a better place. That was already done for us by our ancestors. Ancient Egyptians, ancient Europeans, whoever, whatever it is. That has been buried under the gravel, under the earth. If you break apart the core of the earth, split in the middle, you will find like a whole other universe with inside the earth. It has been discovered, I think, somewhere in Thailand, Bangkok. Please look it up. How they discovered, they was walking, somebody slipped, and there was a whole friggin' forest down there. With forests, that means their life, because the trees grow, and there's little microorganisms and things like that that thrive, that live. Okay, you understand? A lot of cities have been buried underground, okay? We're on top. Now, with space, scientists, they go out there and, if they put as much energy, NASA, as they do investigating the Earth, rather than outside of the Earth, I think we'll find a lot of intriguing things. Now, a lot of people say, you take a rocket to get to, space and all that. I think to get to space, you got to go through the ocean. Now, the thing is that they put satellites up there. Satellites are with electricity, almost static electricity, like aluminum foil, and the microwave like that, it creates that magnetic field. So a magnetic field affects us too, and we don't know how powerful their machines are. That affects the universe. You always see them doing bomb testing as well, and the oceans and creatures that haven't been discovered be pulled up to the surface and whatnot, disturbing the ecosystem outside, whatever. I'm just trying to sound intelligent. But always disturbing the inner earth somehow, but things happen for a reason. You understand? The earth is screaming to us that we're not doing good when it comes to investing. Especially when it comes to our energies and negativity. Things we focus on is burning in the earth and its energy. Now, the ancient Egyptians back in the day, they've been discovered Wi-Fi a long time ago. Come on. How do you think they communicated? Because space is filled with Wi-Fi. It's filled with Wi-Fi. How do you think the satellites are up there? It's filled with Wi-Fi, and they come down and they charge us for it. Okay? Now, I said they come down like they're aliens. You never know. People of higher power. Have you really took a look at the people in office? Take a good look. Take a good look at those. Take a good look at those who are in charge of the universe and who is in charge of the human beings. Don't say, oh no, but they are in charge of you because you follow their system every day. You're in charge because they don't want us thinking for ourselves. You understand? Because if we do, we'll communicate with the universe and we'll have better, healthier lives and everything. But some of the people in office don't have our best interest. Have you looked at their faces? How cold they look like during interviews. Hey, so, and like, they look like they never had an interaction with a human being. Like, my God, if you open their refrigerator, it's probably nothing but probably stale bread and, waters everywhere. These people don't even know how to have fun with their lives or drink juice or something with a little sugar in it. Listen, I'm just saying that these people act like robots. You see them in interviews. Hey, so lieutenant or congressman or president of the whatever, what do you think about people who live an everyday life? What I think about people, and I'm going to use my real voice. This is not my real voice, I'm going to be honest. It's not my real voice only because, this voice is more pleasing to the public based off my experience growing up. I do have a deeper voice. I do sound like a guy. I'm not a guy. Knock it off. I'm all women. I promise you that. But I come from a very strong family, and I took after my dad mostly. But my voice is... some people actually heard my real voice, people who I really trust. Like Paris Hilton. She says that's not her real voice. But this voice is more pleasing, and I find it to be... people seem to be more comfortable with me, but with my smile, they love it. But if I show you my real voice, people will be like, oh my God, she's a completely different person, and they're going to think I'm a bee. But I promise you guys, I'm not a bee. It's just my voice. Like, I'm about to show it to you now. So for interviews, they be like, oh, so what do you think about people who live in, regular neighborhoods and, the prices are expensive for like grocery shopping? Can you imagine that person in office? This is my real voice. Like, well, what I really think about the situation is that we're working hard with Congress. We're working hard to come up and implement a plan in order to bring down these prices, but the tariffs at this time is blocking us from what we need to have. And the tariffs, they're just blaming the tariffs. But when I use this voice, it's so much pleasing to other people. People seem to gravitate me more rather than gravitate me this way if I were to use my real voice. My real voice is a serious voice, but I kid you not, I'm still the same nice person. I don't use this voice because people do feel intimidated by this voice. It may not sound like a guy to some of you, but I get negative responses when I use this voice, so I don't use it that much. People do tend to gravitate towards me when I'm like this. You see what I mean? This versus this versus this and this and that and that and then. So let's see what else the universe has for us today. 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 So I'm going to stick with this voice, okay? Alright. So, let's see what else. The universe. What else we need to know? Yep. The universe is always creating opportunities for us to go out and explore, to discover. This is a gift from the divine. But sometimes we're stopped. Hold on. Sometimes we're stopped. Okay? Sorry, guys. Okay. But if I were my real voice, I'd be like, okay, this is my real voice, The universe is always creating opportunities for us, so we need to go out and seize the moment of these opportunities and not let us go past us, only because this is something that's very important. This is a once chance in a lifetime. I feel like everybody can go out and be their own philanthropist, whatever you say it, if I'm saying it right. Everybody can go out and explore opportunities, okay? Let's see, what else, universe, do we need to know and be aware of as humans? What can we do? Earth. What do we need to know? Earth. Yeah, we need to make the choice to go ahead and move forward. The world is in our hand. Look at that. Looks like Earth, huh? Earth. That's what we need. A little tender love and care. Now let's put look at that. The universe is now happy, very pleased, because it has a lot of fame and treasures, you understand? We have to take care of our environment. Let's get a bonus card and we'll wrap it up. Bonus card, Earth. Came out again. There we go. Can't make it up. So, Queen of Pentacles. So we need to build a more stable life when it comes to Earth, okay, and not make bad investments. You need to be able to decipher and make a decision when it comes to stability, because that is justice. You understand? That is the law. That is the justice. We need more female trees to produce in order for the universe to be the star that it has. The universe is always healing. It's always healing, and it heals us if we take the time out to be quiet and just listen. Okay? It's a new beginning, and we need to start now with the Fool card. Earth is ready, and so are we. We must take it on and have good, clear judgment. That's how we get mental clarity on the situation. Use your intuition, love, compassion with the Queen of Cups. Love and compassion. Let's get a bonus card. Earth. What do we have? Funny. The Earth thinks I'm funny. Laughing, feeling like making others laugh, or having amusing thoughts. I told you I'm a little silly, right? Funny how that came out. But it's true, guys. All jokes aside, it's true. Let's do better. I know the government is trying to... they have a certain system in place. Now think about this. If you're around the clock, I get it. The system is so, embedded in Earth, and we're so embedded in it that we don't have time to explore the new, because we're following a system. Wake up! Wake up. We're following a system. And when the Earth gets sour, we get a tower. So get out there, explore who you are, and let's begin. So like I was saying, the people in office, can you imagine them going to regular neighborhoods, understanding a mom or a father who's struggling either with their car, their house, or with food, or just with natural resources? It's time to start a light and lit this place up, because we got the wrong people who are in power and who are in office. And my God, golly, wow, you can make a change. Take care.